Mirror 60% ban rate. Completely expect that too. You do not want to deal with a bar cocktail hold if Mirror is involved. That can be a really disgusting defense, and I think that, you know, rightly so, Six don't want to give Delta the opportunity to use that. Again, looking at these operator lineups now, it's relatively standard by the book, but it's as I was saying, if it's standard by the book, that's good. We just need to work out where this utility placement is, and we need to work out where these attacks are going to then come from, where the setup's going to come from. So this would be quite interesting. Oh, Miss Marie is playing, Fraser.
Yeah, so just to confirm the lineup right there, we do have Shishka, Mia, Shadow, Kitty, just playing on Barcode account, and then Miss Marie. So Luna is not going to be participating today. That is also partly the reason why we didn't see the ace being planned out. I've had many discussions with Marie about Ace. He's
Many?
He's very, you know.
Is this because he's a Scandinavian hunk? Is that what this is?
I am not going. I can
One thing I really want to point out is that they're doing the setup where you have that kitchen rotate and you have that freezer rotate. This is a really aggressive setup for this site. Again, in terms of when that execute, well, not even the execute, when the push finally starts to make it to the ground floor, they're just going to be swinging out like it's nobody's business. I'm completely here for that. I think that if you're going to get aggressive, certainly do it against Delta Project. Do not play it passively against them. Absolutely go gun-ho with it, as I said, Fraser.
The op fans are a little bit incorrect, as apparently Delta Project banned the Ashe that Marie is playing. So we're gonna... she doesn't have that image. Okay, so they don't have the Flores operator icon just yet. Fair enough. So yeah, it looks like we're seeing a very aggressive push over towards Bakery for now. This could work out very nicely if they're able to clear out Midnight in a very time-efficient manner. Drone work's coming out right now. That is good to see. Shishka and Mia both on drones. Provide some information. Likely to expect they might try and apply some pressure in through Bakery window at the same time as pushing this main Bakery door. Time is of the essence here, so they either A, slow it down, start looking for that verticality, or B, push aggressively, take down Midnight, take that ground, and take it from there.
Absolutely, and again, I just want to put it, I genuinely love how aggressive both these teams are being in terms of they're not even bothering with the rest of the map. They want to take it direct. The defense is enabling them to, preventing them rather from going direct because they've just gone, you know what, we're not going to roam, we're going to stick to our guns, we're going to anchor down on site. We've got these rotates, we can be aggressive if we want it. Seeing a lot of utility get burnt out here, but no movement just yet into Bakery.
Yeah, and again, Shadow is holding onto the line of sight. They know that there's a player prone there. He's trying to deal with them. Strawb's going to shut down Mia, so that's the first player off the board. Shadow now in a bit of a tough position because if she peeks a little bit too wide, could potentially get caught out. There is a slight stand bug, but look at that Shadow. Spots out Momoy. Trying to land the shots. It's about half health damage there. Looking for the rest of the damage he could potentially do. Midnight, however, apologies about that, is going to start getting burned out. He's going to have to push away there. He's going to get shut down by Shadow. Very nice burning of utility and literal players. Shug's going to get the refrag, however. 3v4 situation now. Kitty's going to shut down Momoy. That is a good kill. But, again, time is still on the side of Delta. So we've got about 55 seconds. Take it away. 6. Just need to hold this one down. 3 players left standing. Cloudberry over by Reception. This could be a power position if used correctly here to deny any pressure through that northern hallway. I need a torch.
Yeah, absolutely, and Straub's doing a really good job at the moment of being a very aggressive presence to hold back these attackers for as long as possible.
Yeah, I mean, she's just going to shut down Straub there. Lovely little shot, couldn't quite connect the kills onto Shishka. That's going to allow them to start applying pressure over towards the kitchen proper. Get the position of at least one player so they know there's one on the bomb site. They're going to get shut down. The last player's going to be Cloudberry. She's off at the bomb site, so she's going to have to try and rotate around. Gets the first kill onto Miss Marie. 2v1 now. Shishka's getting the plant down. Barcode. Going to have to try and cover it. Kitty, are you in a position? Can you deny this? She's going to rotate on in, and Kitty's going to shut her down. Very nicely played by Delta Project. Something I'd highlight there was the aggression that we were seeing that was very well measured by Six Nation HQ. I like that. I respect that.
No, I absolutely think that defense was perfect. And I think even, to be honest, I don't think Delta Project expected that. Otherwise, they may not have gone for such a direct push towards it. I think they were expecting an extended hold with a bit of a roam game situation. But no, Six, they turtled, but it was an aggressive turtle. It was a turtle with cannons on its back, Fraser.
Oh, I love that. Now, in case anyone is not aware, if you'd like to support the two teams, does anyone know what the hashtag for Six Nation HQ is? Because I know that for Delta Project, they've got hashtag dicked by Delta.
Well, that is
That is quite literally what it is.
that is something. That is something.
So if you ever want to get hashtag dicked by Delta, make sure you go check them out on social media at Delta Project, I would assume. Shout out to that. But as well, also Six Nation HQ, very well known community organization.
Yes. See, this is it, right? Yeah, again, it's run. I think it was started by Notorious Gaz.
Yeah, Gaz.
Who again, solid guy, absolutely solid guy. Really has just such passion and energy for Siege. And again, has always been super supportive of the women's scene in general, to be honest. And I think this roster in very good hands there, and I was excited to see what they could bring to the table because of that.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think right now this is a really good example of two different organizations, or two different teams, I should say here, that kind of come from two different backgrounds. You've got Team Queen, who are, you know, regarded as being a bit of a friends team. They have fun, they win, they get shit done. Look at Six Nation, and they are consistently looking towards improving, you know, the quality of life of players within the UK scene, but also the EU scene, kind of branching out in towards the Women's League.
Okay, we do see a bit of a attempt at pushing from the upstairs right now. I'm assuming Miss Marie's going to go in there and do a lot of self-destructibility.
Yeah.
So that's going to be... I think that's going to give them a little bit of an edge, to be honest, because I think that's where, again, that direct attack just wasn't the play when you've got such a turtley setup like that.
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing right now with the Capitao, it is being countered to an extent by the Womai. You've got these Womai magnets that can be thrown out to capture any asphyxiating bolts. Kitty's going to push in the right stairs, does have the drone work from her team to try and support this Shishki with the Nomad to try and shut down some of these flanks. Very nice. I want to see the opening kill, and, well, whether or not Six Nation are going to play passively here to try and force Delta Project into an uncomfortable position. I can expect that. That Colt Locker position that Cloudberry's in is very nice. They're going to have to try and clear her out, but Momoy, first kill, Marie down, good kill.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a significant gunner off the board, and that's a lot of self-destructibility. That second floor is now relatively safe. Well, I say relatively safe, but about to see a little gunfight here. Maybe not.
No.
No.
Okay. Staying alive. You know, it's like that song from I don't know, ABBA.
Bee Gees.
Oh yeah.
ABBA.
I don't know. Anyway, Shishka, I'm clearly unaware of the fact that someone tried to shoot her from upstairs. I wish I had that kind of calm and collected mentality here. Kitty's gonna get downed from the angle inside of that little rotate set up there. Shadow's gonna try and provide some suppressive fire. Mia kind of wanders her way over, try and, well, heal them back up to 20 HP. Shishka holding on to the flank pole, finally gets shut down by Lisa. He's gonna push down the red stairs. That's the flank gone. Mia's gonna have to hold that. 40 seconds. They're gonna have to start making a move here. Figure out how they want to execute onto this A-bomb side and how they want to progress to another win of this round. Six Nation just needs to sit nice and calm.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, 20 seconds or so on the board. All they do have to do now is hold angles and play it safe. But Shadow's going to have something to say about that. Midnight's going to trade it back, though, taking down Shadow before they can do any more damage.
15 seconds to go.
Yeah. I mean, Midnight here, lovely position. As soon as they try and push in here, they're either A, gonna shut down Midnight and get refragged, or, more likely, they're just gonna get killed with the carrier. Kitty is the last player to fall. Midnight again pulls it through, and again, we spoke about Midnight right at the very start of this broadcast. We're talking about her calming influence, but something we should also probably mention, she is a terror with the guns. So looking at this right now, 1-1 scoreline, round number 3 going into this, it's already shaping up to be a good match.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And again, it's interesting because Six didn't adapt too much outside of just positioning, which is exactly what I said. I said it's not going to be down to, you know, the operators or anything like that as much as it's going to be down to the micro factor of how they're approaching these sites, where you're choosing to start this beginning of the round, where you're pulling that utility, and, you know, immediately shutting down Marie did them a world of good because it again prevents that you know, ceiling from being opened and you getting a nasty shock from above. So and again, holding on to red stairs like it was nobody's business. Lisa was so patient with that. So yeah, that was a really well played round by Six Nation.
Yep. So again, something that I do find interesting, the primary bomb site for Six Nation HQ was going down to Kitchen Service Entrance. Second one that we have seen being brought out by them is going to be Reading and Dining.
Yes.
We haven't gone upstairs to the bar cocktail yet, and that does feel like a deliberate choice by them. I like that, I respect that. I'm sure they've got their reasons. I'd be interested to know what they are. Potentially, they just don't feel comfortable playing up there. As I think something that a lot of people forget is if you defend the bomb site so many times, such as Bar Cocktail, then you can expect that the opposing team are probably going to have a lot of experience attacking it. Bar Cocktail is one of the most attacked bomb sites on Cafe Dostoevsky, so you're going to see that a lot of teams are going to be more comfortable attacking that compared to, say, for example, a tertiary bomb site. I could be talking entirely out of my own arse, but you know what? I'm an analyst. That's my job. That's what I do.
I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna see a secondary push come through from Delta Project, actually, where they're not all gonna kind of do that gravity fall effect. It looks like Shishka's actually going to white stairs, so I'm not sure whether that's because she's gonna immediately go up and
I just assume a flank drone, and then she's just got to repel in the windows, to be honest. I would be expecting that they're going to do a top-down clearance here. They already know that there's a player below, so they do need to be wary of a potential C4. Marie's going to have this window opened up, so she can effectively apply some peripheral pressure there. But I'd expect it's mostly going to be a top-down clear. Take red, open up into piano, push across, you know, white hallway and bar, and then apply your utility into cocktail.
I mean, already we're seeing Shishka fall to Momoy there on the white stairs, so again, I think they expected this secondary push to come through. I'm liking that they're immediately moving. They're not going to keep continuing to hold that. There's a little bit... Again, it's interesting seeing a Goyo on the flank, but we saw that in the previous round, which was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I guess it's a comfort thing, really.
Yeah.
And certainly, if you can do it, defo do it, but...
Oh, look at this. Flanker giving away the information. Mia loses the gunfight to Momoy, but fair amount of damage has been done. She's got a C4 in the pocket. She knows there's someone upstairs. Flanker finally gets shut down. It's a really good position for Momoy. Even if she dies right this second, she's done her job. She's gotten 2 kills. She's wasted a significant portion of the round. And, well, it's really going to blunt the spearhead that Delta Project may have wanted to try and apply themselves across towards Cocktail.
It'll be interesting because all they have to do now is clear these 2 players in Cocktail, but, well, all they have to do, I make it sound so easy, it's definitely not going to be easy. A lot of utility is probably going to have to get pumped in now to try and find the heads of these players. Well, there we go, Straubs and Lisa taking down Miss Marie and Shadow. It's now all left down to Kitty. Can she actually win this 1v4? It's not looking great, Fraser.
Yeah, I mean, there's still opportunities, but 30 seconds, they are rapidly falling away right now. Is Kitty looking over towards any potential players over here? Frag grenade being tossed out in a second. Really nice hold so far by Six Nation, and they've done their job beautifully. The SMG-11 will get pulled out by Kitty, going in for the kill, can't quite connect it. Cloudberry shuts her down, and a dominant hold on that top floor. Now is going to be the round that I expect them to go up towards that bar cocktail, and I'm interested to see how they are planning on holding this. Are we going to be seeing, you know, a hold directed into piano, or are they going to hold over by Pixel and beyond? We're going to find out. For now, the smoke being banned out is going to mean that Maestro will be the primary form of plant denial available, and as well, you're to expect that they might bring a couple C4s. And speaking of C4s, we did see the C4 getting tossed out by Momoy. Couldn't quite connect to kill in that last round. However, I'm hoping that with Lisa and Momoy both bringing 2 of them respectively, we might see that playing in as a factor in this round.
I am curious to see what they bring to the table with this this site, though. Again, there's the Rooney as expected, and it's interesting to see Maestro get bought. Obviously, he's not banned out, so that does give the flexibility for Maestro to come out, considering it has been, I think, yeah, 40% ban rate. And again, the gun's like a hot knife through butter, and on a player like Midnight, they should be able to really, really, really hold their own with this. Looking at the utility placement, okay, yeah, we're going to see that nice little blowout towards the piano room with the shield behind it as well, and a Rooney gate being put there actually, Fraser, which is quite interesting. Like that extra little layer of defense there. I know, it's interesting.
Do we have our observer in here? And if so, can we please have a quick look over towards that table 1 instead of Cocktail? Thank you so much. In a second, we'll probably see that. What I like is the fact that they use not only the shotgun bailiff of Midnight, but also the Aruni using the bionic arm to open up that that little table. It's a nice little notable thing that, in case you don't really pay attention to competitive Siege, you might not understand why they do that. And the reason for that is it allows the players deeper inside of Cocktail to effectively deny any attempted plant inside of B, an area affectionately known as default, which is usually where you're supposed to plant. But regardless of that, again, a fair amount of utility has been stacked up over towards Piano, and I'm interested to know how Delta Project intend to try and deal with that.
Yeah, and already they're getting stuck in, rappelling upside down on these windows, trying to look for any utility to clear out. I don't think they want to waste any of their destructibility just yet, so they are just kind of scoping it out and seeing what they can shoot out manually.
Yeah.
Obviously, you do have Pixel being held and Flores being banned out. It's a tricky situation for them, but they were the ones to ban it, so I do assume that they have a plan of their own. Momo taking significant damage from the Pixel corner, though, so they are starting to send in that utility now. Cheeky little grenades coming in from Kitty.
Oh, grenade is going to get tossed out. It's going to get bombed out by Jaeger ADS. And again, what we're seeing right now is a very nice stack up here. Lisa is in a power position right now because this C4 should be able to get the kill onto the player out onto the main stairs right now. It's going to get tossed out. It's going to detonate.
Oh.
Doesn't do the damage. That is unfortunate. Marie able to just kind of meander away on past. C4 wasted there. Unfortunate for Lisa. That's now going to allow Delta Project a lot more leniency with regards to pushing that Pixel position. Now you are going to see Momo with a shotgun.
Yeah, and obviously the Battlefield bringing those Goyo shields is once they are destroyed, they are going to release a lot of fire, so it still holds for your attackers off for a little bit extra. Interesting to see that, you know, for a player to actually remain around the kind of train mining area for so long, it obviously shows that they weren't expecting that extended roam, so that's quite an interesting thing. Delta are really trying to go directly and get stuck in. I think it's because they've expected 6 to play accordingly. But we're obviously seeing a little bit of a adaptation. There we go! Shotgun to the face. Moi taking down Kitty. Opening pick of this round, Fraser.
Yeah, I mean, Shadow is going to be pushing on in. As I mentioned, that table is not going to provide a lot of cover for Shadow. She's just going to get shot straight on through it. They know that's a Victor down below. That's going to be Lisa out on the prowl. He's trying to do something here. Make a move. As Marie will shut down Momo. They clear out the Aruni gate. That's going to allow them to start applying some pressure there. Mia's down. That's Carrier down. Marie picks it back up. Shishka needs to cover for now. Marie needs to go in. He needs to get the plant down. And, well, the shot's going to get shut down by Shishka. 2v3 situation here. Shishka can't land the shots into the Maestro. Marie gets the plant down. And, well, Marie is going to get shot from behind. Gets fisted from behind.
I'm sorry. Cloud's gonna defuse a bomb, and that is 6 winning out that situation. Despite the plant going down, they are still able to shoot and punch for players of Delta Project to death.
I think that is the definition of getting pegged by Delta.
What?
So, looking at this right now, that was a solid round. What were your thoughts on that, Grace?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Again, I think that Delta have expected a more closed defensive lineup. I think they were. It's interesting because the thing is, if I was Delta, I would also expect that. I'd be like, they're all going to be on site. They're all going to be turtling maybe for this one. They're going to be really holding their own. So but again, it was they almost got punished. Yes, that C4 from below didn't land. But it is almost, you know, it makes you think like, okay, but how were you unaware of that player and why weren't they pushed? Was it seen as, oh, it might be a bit of a time waste, or was it seen as, you know, maybe we'll have the utility to deal with it if they do try and push us, so we're not too bothered about it, or was it simply that they didn't realise? That's always something that I find quite interesting to ponder anyway. But we are going to go back downstairs, Fraser, and again, we're seeing these aggressive rotations, and probably, again, the same, relatively similar, you know, setup of utility. So again, we need to kind of focus on where these positionings are going to be.
So I do have to admit something here. On the very first playday, I made a slight boo-boo. Okay. Which is that I said that Shishka was a really bad mapper. Now, She's not, for the record, she's not. She's great. But I say it because she's a good friend, and I like to shit talk her. She was very unhappy about it. So, in order to save my own career, I am going to say this right now. I apologize for calling Shishka a bad Maverick player. She can't help that she can't draw for shit. Somebody get her some crayons. Anyway, we're going to continue on here. Looking at this right now, I think Midnight's in a really good position right now. Again, what you're expecting, her job is to waste as much time utility as possible, as they are quite literally trying to burn her out of this position. Well, these your ADSs, the my maggots, they're there in order to waste as many flashbangs, cap to asphyxiating bolts as possible. Schrob, well, unfortunately that's not going to save her for there. It's going to get shot down. She tried to rotate away from the grenade. Very nice shot coming in from Kitty on the barcode account.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you know, one thing I want to point out again, I think I said this last time, it's really nice watching Straub play. I think she's very fluid with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, really actually quite a solid player. And I've been really liking to see what she can do, to be honest.
You know, this is her very first season playing CCSW, but also it's one of her very first kind of experiences in competitive Siege, from my understanding. She's the newest player on Six Station HQ, and all indications are that she is an absolute treasure and a wonderful addition to their team.
That's what we like. We like the players that are good and also nice.
Located by attackers.
There we go. Straub once again taking down another player of Delta Project. They're going to take down Kitty on the barcode account, as you like to call it.
Yep.
Miss Marie holding this angle until the cows come home. Straub's going to take down Shadow. Will Miss Marie push onto Claudebury? I think she could, easily.
Yeah, I mean, she's fairly low HP, but right now Mia is on lower health. As I'm just looking at this right now, I mean, they've got time. All they really need to do is just hunt them down. Straub doesn't give a fuck. Takes down Shishka.
Oh!
Lovely double kill going down. It's a quad kill right now. But he is the last player alive for the side of Delta Project, and Momo is going to steal that ace away. But you know what? Straub did an incredible job, and well, just proving exactly why she's on Six Nation HQ.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I just think it's really nice when I haven't really heard of a player before, and then I see them play, and I'm like, God damn, like, okay, fair enough, I see you. And again, I think last time it was just absolutely like, wow, this is a solid player, and she's absolutely popping off today. So, oof, look at that, look at that.
Love to see it. Action. So, looking at this right now, what are you liking about the setups coming through from Six Nation HQ?
I mean, I think it's more... Yes, they're being standard about it. Yes, you know, these are some very standard operators. Okay, yes, but you're bringing the new Aruni edition, which everyone's doing, and I do love that. But the main thing I'm really respecting and appreciating is just the positioning, where they are choosing to start, you know, start the beginning of the round. And it's actually working so well for them. And it's interesting because I don't think Delta Project are the kind of team that would be doing any lax droning. It's just they're choosing not to focus on it. Which, again, it's really interesting to try and work out the mentality behind that, almost. And I like that it's like almost like when Delta think they're going to roam, they just end up not roaming. And when they think they're going to turtle, there's this massive, you know, roam that is super, super effective, takes down an attacking operator with a ton of utility that would be super useful for them actually setting up around the site. I think they're doing a really good job, to be honest. And again, going into this, there definitely would have been some nerves, absolutely. Yeah. But they're absolutely holding their own. You know, they're 3 rounds up, you know? So I'd be super stoked if I was them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this as a reminder, you know, a lot of people will look at Kapitosevsky, say it's one of the more, it is the most defender-sided map of the game. I know this because I played casual for 6 years in a row. No, that's satire, I'm kidding. So you've got Laser underneath, C4 potential, because almost, you know, the entire floor up here is destructible from underneath. Look at this, Laser, she just knows, she's just waiting for the call out. She's waiting not only for the potential call out, but also she's got cams out, she's got headphones in, presumably. she should just be able to get a C4 kill, and potentially that'll be someone that has been absolutely pivotal. You're looking at Shadow out in the opening kills. You're looking at Mia with the main form of hard breach, the only form of hard breach. Any one of these dying is going to be pivotal.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I agree. We're probably going to see some interesting C4 action. Walls are getting opened already though, and Kitty is pretty safely snug into Freezer, so Shadow's going to take that Momoy. Claudebree's going to immediately trade that back, however. That is Shishka off the board with those Nomads as well, which, you know, a little bit risky biscuits when you are attacking a map like Cafe.
Yeah. And again, we're seeing a heavy amount of utility being bombed out here. Midnight! Good night! As Kitty shuts her down, you can tell the experience under her belt right there. That grenade was cooked to perfection. Straub rotates back on towards the white stairs. Got that Jess Goat charm. Love to see it. And Lisa lying downstairs instead of reading doesn't have a C4, but she does have a gun, albeit a pretty shit one. Still a gun.
See, that's what I mean. It's like, again, the positioning, ready and waiting, and yeah, jump down, I dare you. It's so aggressive, and I think, again, it's this idea that Delta aren't going to expect it, so it will probably work.
Yeah. I'd agree. I mean, what we're seeing right now is very good kind of controlled momentum coming down from Six Nation. You recognize, okay, wasted a bit of time, we're getting some kills back. But Delta Project, they're just pushing in one at a time. It looks like we're going to see a dining take coming down. Mia's going to have to try and get the plant down. The question is how we're going to see the denial coming down. Straub just shuts down Kitty. I think she was bracing Reddit or something right there. Looking for the kill. Can't quite connect it just yet. As he executes, it's gone down and towards dining. Very nice crossfire being held there by Miss Marie. Mia gets a kill onto another, and Straub will fall to Marie, the newest player on the side of Delta Project, and she is stellar in her performance. She has always performed and is always exceptional throughout all of the performances that we have seen her playing in through Benelux, but also in Delta Project right now. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's really interesting because obviously there is the default plan when it comes to these sites. People tend to go for the study take over the dining one, and it was really interesting how kind of hyper-focused, how tunnel-visioned the defense got then, to the fact that they just left this massive gap almost for Delta Project to just kind of waltz into dining and, you know, get the plant down. Jobs are good. And
yeah,
it's like you say, they've raised, to be honest. I think you wanted Six to get a fair few rounds in the bag, and they certainly have, finishing on a 4-2 split, which is, you know, very, very good going. The question now is, can they hold their own on the attack? What kind of things will Delta be bringing to the table? Will Delta bring just as an aggressive setup, or will they be a bit more standard with it? Seeing that one reinforcement on the kitchen wall, ooh, don't know how I feel about that one.
You know what, I actually kind of like that. So are we talking about the one over in Bakery? Because that was also opened up in the last.
No, that's. Oh well, they're reinforcing it up now. So.
So
no,
talk about that briefly. I mean, are you on about the North Pole?
Yeah, I was basically going to say it's just
by,
no. I know. I'm just saying, like, it's an equally as aggressive setup.
Oh, okay. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah. But they've obviously reinforced up that one wall. I like that they have got the rotation into Bakery. It's interesting though, because usually when you've seen that happen historically, you do get a little bit of shield action. Obviously, they have taken the shield off for mine nowadays, so a little bit more tricky in trying to smuggle in the shield.
You'd usually be looking at like the smoke playing in there actually inside of Christmas, and then you'd have the shield placed there, essentially to apply some additional pressure last minute into kind of freeze or execute. And what we're seeing right now, top down clearance, trying to apply the pressure from up going down. I think the main question for me right now is how is Delta Project going to play the first couple of rounds here? I'm hoping that we're going to see some momentum swinging back in their favour. But for now, I think all eyes are really going to be on Six Nation to see how efficiently they provide that roam clearance, whether or not they're able to get an opening kill in their favour here, and whether or not they're going to be applying their verticality using the Sledge and the Zofia or the Ash here effectively.
Wishing Shishka waiting patiently like a king cobra in the grass right now. I don't think anyone's pushing that just yet. Perhaps she did hear the hatch get open upstairs, so she is just assuming someone will be kind of slowly spiraling their way. Well, as I say that, we're going to see a little bit of Claymore action go down, but I really don't think they're going to be pushing it. Perhaps a little cheeky rotate is in order, but I appreciate the patience.
Yeah, I think Shishka right now, she's having a nice time. She's kind of vibing, listening to some music. I would assume Stereophonics. Maybe some Adele. I don't really know what people listen to nowadays. I like Adele.
I like Adele.
We love Adele. And you know what else we love? The Nomad pushing her aggressively over towards Shishka. Strop takes a bit of damage, but it is going to be a kill for Momoe. Cloudberry picks up one of her own. There's 2 players dead. That's the Cade and also the Wamai. 1 minute left available here. We're going to see the C4 being tossed out by Mir already, meaning 1 left available. They want to try and deny plants. It's going to primarily be through gunplay. It's Kitty, C4 in the hand. She's ready and waiting. Mia, I think this has got to be pivotal right now. She's going to be the main factor in whether or not this execute works. If she dies, it's over. Mia's going to get the first kill onto Momoe. C4 gets tossed on out by Kitty. Doesn't connect. Lovely shot from Mia to take down the carrier. 30 seconds. Pressure coming in through that double door. Mia's aware of it, pings it out, gives the location. They know that somebody is above the hatch. Esprit shuts down Midnight. That's 3v2 situation. Now Mia looking for the drop down. Can't quite connect the kill. That's now going to allow Lisa to start looking for the second one. Cloudberry does have carrier. It's going to attempt to go for the plant for now. Kitty's going to rotate around, try and deny that, shut that down. They need to push in, deny the plant from going down. And look at those beautiful shots from Kitty. Will shut down Lisa. 1 player left. 1v1 effective from now as Cloudberry is going to get shut down. That's going to be laser down as well. Kitty pulls it through. And another round for Delta Project.
Little bit by the skin of their teeth, though. Little bit by the skin of their teeth, not gonna lie. I'd love to see the SMG-11s to the face, though. I don't think that was a bad attempt by Six Nation at all. I think that was very, very strong. Absolutely kicked one back into side. Get back ye, get back ye. Plant going down. Ultimately, Kitty's aggression really enabled them to then clutch that out. So, well played, to be honest, to both teams.
Yeah, I think what I really love about that round is how it exemplified the playstyle of both of these 2 teams. When we're looking at Delta Project, you've got Mishmari going absolutely ballistic. The knowledge and know-how that Kitty has from playing years and years and years of Siege, utilising their gadgets, C4, grenades, etc. You've got Shishka dying over in the corner as per standard, giving callouts. And then you've also got... you've also got Six Nation HQ bringing in some innovative ideas for how they want to play the execution. It's a little bit rough around the edges, but it gets the job done. What I'm liking by Six Nation is how they are going blow for blow right now. You're looking at the amount of kills some of these players have. Straub is going ballistic right now. I'm looking towards the stratosphere of how she is performing right now. 5 deaths, but in return, she has gotten 9 kills. And that's bloody good.
Yeah, absolutely. Just popping off beyond anything. But both these teams are really, and this is the thing, like, we knew that obviously the upper bracket was going to get a little bit more competitive, but this is like very, very, very balanced at this point, and I think it's going to be hopefully making a few people pleasantly surprised. And again, I love so much how Six have absolutely held their absolute own against Delta Project. When it's, as I said, I can tell Midnight Lisa have been like, do not be scared about this, and there we go once again. Six with the opening pick on their attack nonetheless, which is always a very good sign for the start of a round. They're not scared right now. They are not scared. They are here to play Siege, and that's what they're gonna do.
I mean, I'd be a bit worried if they turned up one like Fortnite, but we're looking at it right now. Mia dead, that's the C4 gone, but you also lose a player, and that's always going to be rough because you lose that initiative and the momentum that you may or may not have had by having a 5v5. Midnight, already inside the cigar for now. This could be looking at swinging across as we do hear the sounds of that M762 from Lisa and doing a bit of damage onto, well, some thin air, maybe some paint. As Kitty underneath. It's got a nice little proximity alarm that she can throw out every now and then. Yeah.
So again, that's what I mean. She's actively hunting for those heads. She's looking for it. She's hungry for it. Both these teams are just absolutely... They're not willing to just stay back and be passive and just hold angles. They're going for it. They're going at it. They're trying to find each other.
Yeah. It's Look at this right now. They're already saying that they want to go for an execution on towards that main rubbish wall. The problem being they've opened up into, into stock, and that will mean that it's going to be a bit more difficult for them to actually execute there. If you open up that wall, it allows Delta Project to effectively deny from inside of planks right there. The Straw is winning for the plant. Looks like it isn't being challenged just yet. Shadow's going to shut down somebody. Shishka takes down Cloudberry. The plant's gone down. Straw will die. 3v3 situation here. Midnight needs to try and make a move here. Shishka shuts down Momoy. 3v2. Looking towards Midnight and Lisa. Midnight in a very powerful position is going to be able to shut down Shishka. Right now, Midnight, I think, is really going to be the main linchpin here to deny any attempted defusal right now.
Absolutely, I don't think she's aware of this player rotating through bathroom. No, she wasn't! Shadow's going to shut her down! Lisa's going to immediately trade it back, though. Oh, the defense can actually disable. Lisa is down. Yeah. Zofia doesn't have her withstand anymore. It's all over. What a round, though!
Oh, somewhere in the crowd, we do hear Bikini Body happy, crying happy that Zofia can't withstand out of that one. I think overall, what I'd highlight right there, I do think it's interesting to note that they did open up onto that freezer wall, or the stock wall, with the ace. I mean, I understand what they're doing there. They're trying to open up additional lines of sight. It allows them a little bit more versatility if they want to try and hold longer lines. However, the main problem with that is it allows the defenders who are back inside of flanks, there's usually a rotate there facing in towards stock. That would usually allow you to deny that plant on the rubbish position, or that rubbish, which is the call out for the little, bin, little black bin bags at the top there. I wonder if our observer can actually show that real quick, please. We can potentially show rubbish. Again, there's a wide array of different callouts that people use for all of this. I always think it's quite interesting to see, well, basically what callouts people like to use, and thank you very much, and what people like to do throughout this map. So yeah, usually you'd open up that wall right there. Usually there'd be a rotate facing onto planks, and then you'd also have default plant position either up on that table 1 in top left-hand corner of the map of this bomb site, or also secondly on that bar wall. So yeah.
I love this little kind of denial of intel that we're seeing the Mew Jammers kind of actually go in places where, drones may actually go to, not just used for wall denial, actually for using intel denial combined with that Mozzie as well. Do you know, it's always interesting to see which teams favour the counter intel over counter utility. That is always an interesting thing to note for me. Again, really implies what players perhaps just don't want to deal with.
Yeah, and again, what we're seeing right now with the Mute and the Mozzie, as you mentioned there, is going to effectively deny a lot of information on the side of Six Nation. That's really going to be a problem if your team relies on this information for some of these kills. If you're not wanting to face check rooms, you're going to put a drone in there. As we're seeing right there, that's actually a really good example. They threw a drone in, it got shot. What does that tell you? Well, there's someone in there with a gun. Yeah. So Momo is going to shut down Shishka. Lovely little shot going down there. Again, recognition of where the shots are coming from, where the player likely is, and dealing with it appropriately. Very nice.
She's just actually waltzed in like it's nobody's business. It's kind of holding slats right now. Don't think any of Delta Project are actually aware of this, so this could get very nasty very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, Shadow just inside the bathroom from now, just having a nice time, just having a look around. Lovely paint on the wall there. Drone is going to come through, so Shadow has been spotted out. The Ace going to try and cheeky peek across. No, Shadow's going to shut her down. Shrub down, carry her down. I mean, Shadow, well, just sits nice and pretty for now. Going to be primary focus for a lot of people. Going to get fully flashed out, demolished by Momoy. A 2v3 now. Mia and Kitty both still alive. A lot of damage onto Lisa. Yeah.
How is she getting away with that? Oh my goodness gracious me.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
So yeah, look at this. The verticality that will eventually get established by Six Nation HQ inside of Cocktail. We're going to try and open up the floor. Kitty's going to shut down Cloudberry. And that means, well, Momoy, as being the main player with most health, is going to have to try and do a lot of this on their own, unfortunately. Lisa, one hit will take her down, so she needs to be very careful about how they try and play here. That default cam's still up to allow Mia to rotate across and towards the Garfin now. We are seeing Kerry drops the carrier, drops in Lisa. Moi on her own.
Has been located.
There you go. That's all you need to do sometimes. Just pull back a little bit and let them come to you. I mean, it was a little bit of a tricky one then, I think, because Lisa had the diffuser upstairs. Momo had already dropped. So they could have gone horribly, horribly wrong if Lisa had died. Horribly wrong. That literally would have been a case of, we can just hide now and you won't get the plant down or find us. But yeah, really well played there by both teams, to be honest. I can't get over how much Momo just was able to just waltz into Cocktail and just collect kills because people just weren't aware of the positioning. And again, surely that would have been called, you know, oh, she's in Cocktail, she's just swung in and killed me.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
So it's a little bit, I would say concerning, because it, you know, sometimes mistakes happen, but just the fact that she was able to get away with that for so long, blimey.
I think one of the nicest things about being a caster is how I can just sit here and completely be on the fence about how this is gonna go. Because I have no idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I'm actually going to pass this over to chat, to everyone that's watching right now. Let us know what you're thinking about right now. Who do you think is going to be pulling this one through? Very first map, Kappa Dostoevsky. Is it going to be Delta Project getting hashtag Dick by Delta? Or is it going to be Six Nation HQ with their hashtag Dick by
Attackers
Six?
are moving out to locate a bomb and
I
defuse
did
it.
see that in chat, so I'm not making that up. As a nice little kind of copy paste going down there. Who do you think is going to come up on top here? Because I think it was also hashtag watch your six, which was quite nice. I like that one. I like hashtag on your six.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit more fond of the less lewd ones, I will say. But
What?
lewd.
It's a name.
Lewd.
Yeah. Alright, so Lua's going to shut down Momo. Lovely little kill. Love that. That's Nomad dead. That's actually a player that we've seen consistently getting the opening kill over several rounds. Very nice.
And again, it's going to be interesting to see how they fare now. They don't have what is essentially a wild card of Momoy. Just absolutely willing to just swing in and go gun ho. Which, you know, it can be a blessing and a curse. Can be a blessing. It's been a blessing so far for Six, but now she's off the board. It'll be interesting to see if anyone else takes up that stance. If anyone else decides, I'm going to be, you know, manically racing towards their faces now, and, you know, shutting down a fair few of them. But so far, it seems a case of, you know, patience. Okay, we've lost Momo. We're going to be a bit more patient now. Clear it as best we can. Watch out for those C4s. Get the floors open. So they've got a little bit more standard now. Momoy's off the board, Fraser.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought it? The player's got 11 kills, 8 deaths so far, being quite influential on a lot of these gunfights. Never would have thought about it. Jason's gonna open up that main hatch, and well, with Mia playing down below here, she's gonna be feeling pretty confident. She's got a shotgun. You don't want to peek that. Our drone's gonna be going into the bomb site. Right now, I am going to be very concerned if they do go for that freezer drop late round. I don't think that's the best idea just yet. Clayberry shuts down Shadows. That's a good opening kill. Nice little appetizer right there. Lisa drones out the mutes. They know that there's somebody there. Probably don't want to push this one just yet. Ping's still on her position here, so in theory, Lisa should be able to just spam her out here, buzz her out. They know that she's there. If they try and need her, it could potentially result in her death.
Yeah, and again, rotating from an already aggressive position to another aggressive positioning. There indeed was the nade. They have dropped down and taken her out. Perhaps she should have stayed by the bomb. Midnight taking the pick onto Mia. Immediately traded out, though. We're going to see Kitty take down Lisa with a C4. Shishka also collect a kill onto Straw.
Yeah, I mean, Clayberry's just going to rotate in towards the bomb site. Shuts down Miss Marie. Lovely shot into the head of Oh, player.
5 seconds to go.
Now we're going to see the
Attackers
attempted
recovered the
bomb
diffuser.
plan onto
Bomb
that B
located by
bomb
attackers.
chassis. No, rotating over towards bunker at the last second. Cloudberry spots the player over inside. They need to try and get the kill onto the double door. Gets the first one. The plan's gone down. Perry knows the player. Shuts down Midnight and gets the kill. A quad kill going down for Kitty. Oh, that was beautiful.
Defenders disabled
Kitty
the
saves the day once again, and we are going to match point.
Oh, c'est fantastique.
See, oh yeah, because Kitty's French.
She is French, yes.
See, Fenty. Is that fantastic in French? I'm assuming so. Yes.
I think so.
My French is terrible, genuinely.
I have not done French in years. I'm terrible with languages, and it's ironic because I can't even do English.
Je m'appelle Grace.
Bonjour, Grace.
J'habite à la anglaise. I don't know.
Hola, me llamo Fraberi.
That's Spanish.
Me llamo Fraser. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut, aber ich kann es. You know, I actually got taught a fair bit of German, and by a fair bit, I mean almost none at all, by the old Penta Divina Victoria.
I am
which
not
was
surprised
absolute blast.
at all about that. They are
Yeah.
lovely girls, and
They are
they
wonderful.
really encourage the practice of the German, which is lovely.
Yeah.
They were so kind to me.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that my German's not very good. But again, you
Neither
know,
was
match
mine, but
point.
they put up with me for a while, so.
Match point. We're gonna see, a relatively standard setup again. I'm curious to see how they are gonna, you know, choose to hold cocktail based on what happened last time with Momoy. It'll be interesting to see if Momoy actually goes for the same kind of strategy. Is that too risky for match point, do we think? Or do you think it's kind of like, oh, I might as well go for it, it worked really well last time. Perhaps they think we won't do it again.
I think regardless of how this individual round goes, I do think it is important to highlight this is a best of 3 format. So regardless of who wins this one out, we still have, I believe, Oregon and also Clubhouse, I believe. I can remember correctly, which I can't half the time. We do have a best of 3 lined up. So regardless of who wins this one, we still have at least one more map. So we're going to continue on here. We are seeing Midnight playing on top of this red hatch for now. I'd be expecting that we're going to see a push going in towards Piano, clearing that position out, potentially going in for that trash plant, as some people helpfully mentioned in chat there. Malusi Banshee's going to a little bit of slowness onto Midnight. Smoke or a mute. Correction, it will be the mute as Smoke is banned out. Playing inside a bathroom, you've got the Womai at the end of planks right now, so TLDR, Midnight, you really don't want to challenge this one too aggressively here. Mute Jammer has actually caught out that drone, so no one is on it anymore.
Yeah, and that shotgun blast to the drone is going to let Midnight know that, well, Maya means business right now. She's going to allow herself to make a few little high holes, presumably for C4s to be thrown out should they try and plant on the trash default site. I mean, it's adaptability. Delta Project, they're willing to be like, no, we want to finish this now, let's close this out. And for the most part, Six, rightly so, are being very patient with it. Slow and steady wins the race. Now is not the time for any mistakes. We are on match point. We need to try and push this to overtime.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's looking at this right now constructively, but also critically to an extent. What can we do here to make this round work out in our favour? We're seeing the verticality from Six Nation HQ to try and clear out some of the players from above. Look at this. The was flying out for the gunplay from Kitty. Oh, laser shuts up down. Beautiful little flurry from the French Queen as well. Mia playing inside a bathroom for now. Still has opportunities to try and deny any potential aggression. Strong, sets the guard, looking over towards what she can do here. Trying to figure out, how do I want to pressure this? How do we want to push this together with my teammate? Lightberry. Sets the guard. Got about 35 seconds, take it away here. They need to start making a move, get a gander on, get a shift done. Figure out how you want to take this. Marie shuts down Cloudberry. One player left standing strong. She gets shut down by Shadow. That's going to be a good half. The first map of Kafu Dostoevsky going the way of Delta Project. Hashtag Dick by Delta.
Do you know what? That was a bloody good half, I will say. Six absolutely held their own there. Absolutely just did not come across unconfident or anything like that. That was some very strong, solid Siege from 6. Absolutely. If anyone even questions that, they're stupid. That was just really good, and towards the end you could see that it was like, okay, it's match point, let's be a bit more steady with it. It's just some of these kills as well were just so good. Some really, really good Siege, Fraser. Like, genuinely, absolutely loved that little showdown in the study just now. It had me kind of waving my arms in the air a little bit, which I don't think I've had a reaction like that in a very, very long time. So absolutely amazing Siege coming through there by Delta Project as well. Ultimately, they did win the first map, 7-4. That's a nice solid start to this best of 3.
I think something I would highlight about this map so far was the sheer number of plants that went down, but also of defusals, the objective-based gameplay. I love that.
Yes, 100%.
I love that.
Absolutely 100%. It's not all about winning by kills. If you can get the objective, you are then forcing that. It's almost like we say a lot, don't we? It's the 6th defender and then 6th attacker once the diffuser's down. And it's absolutely true. Time is of the essence. If you can get the plant down, you are absolutely forcing that in your favor. The defenders know they have very little time to deal with. You can just play it so passively as well and just try and waste as much time as possible. There's so many things you can do with that. But yeah, that was a really good opening map for this evening.
Yeah, I mean, to break that map down briefly, a couple of things I'd like to touch on. First and foremost, let's talk about the operator bands, Thatcher, Smoke, Flores, and Mira. Two of them really kind of stand out for me, Flores and Smoke. Talk first about Flores. I love that. I mean, he's a very powerful operator, only recently come into competitive play due to him being in quarantine ever since COVID, but also ever since wear a fucking mask. But also ever since, he came out, I think he's very fun. He's got a fair amount of utility. He can clear out, a vast array of gadgets, utility, deployable shields, go Vulcan shields, Maestro Evil Eyes, etc., etc., etc. But also, I think more importantly than that, you've got 4 RCE Reteros that can be used for information, and that intel can be pivotal in determining how you want to try and execute as an attacker during the later stages of a round. I think that's great. But I'm going to pass over to you here, Grace. What do you make of the Smoke ban?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I think it did work, and as we said, we did see points where there were a little bit of lineup, not issues, but you could see where a Smoke would have easily fit into it. Again, not just for the Toxic Babes, but the shield utility as well. Places like Kitchen where you do have, it is a relatively well-known hold where you do just have the shield kind of facing towards that double door, and you just can throw Toxic Babes at your own leisure, and it just holds them off for so long, wastes a bit of time, and just really prevents the immediate setup around site. So you could definitely see how both teams were trying to adapt to that, but you could also definitely see where that may have been a little bit of an issue for them.
So, I mean, looking at the scoreline here for Kafa Dostoevsky, but I think more importantly than just the scoreline alone, looking at how many rounds were won on both attack and defense, specifically attack, I, for one, am really excited not only about Oregon, but also Clubhouse. I'm interested to see what kind of attacking executes we are going to be seeing coming down from Six Nation. I think they were quite insightful with some of the executes they were going for. They really had a lot of knowledge and confidence in what they wanted to try and achieve throughout the rounds with their kind of inter-round objectives, clearing top floor, using verticality, applying utility to clear gadgets or other forms of utility, taking players down, going in for the execute, step 1, step 2, step 3, etc. I want to see more of that from the side of Delta Project. I'd just like to see them kind of loosen up a little bit, and I think we did see that, especially towards the later stages there. I think in the nicest way possible, Delta Project had a bit of a rough start, but they pulled it back, and again, it's that resourcefulness that we come to expect throughout so many of their matches. They might lose a couple of rounds here and there, but they learn from it to make sure that it doesn't happen a second time. Right, and I think that's exactly what we need in a best-of-3 format.
No, absolutely. And again, they are not afraid to use some of that secondary utility, as you say, and it's just, it's really good. And one thing I will say was quite interesting, though, was Six actually picked up a significant number of their opening kills, even on their attacks, which is usually... Yeah, it's really interesting because I think the opening kill, where you really want to be focusing, I think defenders have a little bit more of an advantage, so it's not really as impressive to me when a defending side get the opening kill. But if you're getting the opening kill on attack, that is a strong force coming through. And again, if you win from that, it usually is because you've absolutely just gone so to the nail and like cleared it so smoothly.
Yes.
That it can be impressive. And again, I think Six's their attacks were super impressive. As you say, they just nailed it. Essentially, it was very solid. Again, Momoy just doing a few unusual things here and there, but it benefited them so much because it really did keep Delta on their toes and by surprise. You know, that cocktail push as an example, just swinging in and just waltzing around like it was nobody's business, taking down, I think it was like 3 or 4 kills in the end, just because no one had that intel of your positioning and you were able to just get away with it.
Yeah. So I think what we are going to do here, I believe you are going to go for a brief break just so we can allow the players a little bit of time to get themselves ready for the second match. We will be back rather shortly. The second map, I believe it is Oregon, however, citation fucking needed for everything that I say. We will be back relatively soon, so please don't go anywhere. If you do want to go somewhere, go check out social media, Delta Project and Six Nation HQ. I'm sure they'd really appreciate that, as well as at CCS Esports. Other than that, we'll see you shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CCSW season number 2, play number 4, and I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. My name is Ray's. I'm joined once again by the incredible Grace over there. Hi!
Hello!
She's over there. How are you? Hey, let's do a fist bump, okay? Fist bump.
Gosh, you're trying to get me to do motor skills this time.
Yeah, it's this way. Go.
Boop!
Go.
Boop! Boop! Boop!
It's fine. It's great. We're getting there. Alright, so, welcome back. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. We're in the middle of our first best of 3 lined up. We've got Delta Project versus Six Nation HQ. And, well, we've got some stuff down there. I love that our producer said that. She said something to the person that's not talking, yet I could also hear them. So that's great. That's brilliant. We've got Delta Project versus Six Nation HQ. We're looking over towards Oregon here. Grace, what's your thoughts on this map here?
I mean, Oregon is kind of, I say this a lot, basically, you know, I'll call Clubhouse the Plowman Sandwich, and I say Oregon is pretty much like the BLT.
What is a Plowman Sandwich?
Okay, so that completely ruins the metaphor if you don't know what it is. The point is everyone knows what they're expecting with these sandwiches, and it's the same with these maps. Everyone knows what they're expecting.
What if you don't know what you're expecting? Would that be consulate?
Then you're unprepared.
No, I'm just an Egypt.
Greatly unprepared. No. Again, Oregon, everyone knows how to attack this, everyone knows how to defend this. There are clear-cut ways, by the book ways, where people will attack and approach these sites and where they will defend. One thing I want to point out, Fraser, obviously last map we did see the smoke ban come through, and we did see, okay, there's some gaps here and there where they could have had a shield. Was that their intention? Has that ban been actually super effective? Are we going to see this on Oregon? You know, those shields are so important for so many of these sites. You know, even things like, well, for one, the attic can be, you know, very reliant sometimes on shields, but even especially the elbow hold down in basement. That's what I want to see here. Will we see that smoke ban come through again, or will we see more standard bans? Will we see the Maestro get taken out instead, Kaids, things like that? I won't at all be surprised if we see the Thatcher as the first ban again, but it is Delta Project banning out, so we will see what they do.
So I think another little tidbit of information, if you're interested, last time Six Nation HQ played this map in a competitive format, it was against Coachella during the initial quarterfinals, and they won that map 7-1 scoreline, so very dominant lead right there. Specifically, they started out an attack. So I'm actually looking at this. I'm not too surprised by this. They did ban out the Maverick previously. Again, they started attack first last time. They also banned out the Cade. So I'd be curious to see if that will continue. Again, very powerful operator. If you're banning out a Thatcher and a Mav, you almost certainly need to ban the Cade. Otherwise, you're stuck with bringing the Cali. And, well, let me tell you,
Nobody wants
want to ban the Cade.
Nobody wants that at all. Let's see this final ban,
Nobody wants
Fraser.
the Cali. It's like mustard. Okay, you either love it or you hate it.
The smoke!
Delta Project.
The smoke again.
Love that.
Like, there we are. There we go. We're doing this again. Again, what are they going to be playing instead in these positions where you would normally have that solid structure of smoke with the shield, those toxic babes, that shield? It is so pivotal for so many of these sites. Yet again, we're seeing that. And I'm here for it, Fraser. I am so here for it.
I love it.
Also, though, we get Flores on the board as well still.
Hey,
Flores
happy
has not been...
month.
He has not been banned out. He is going to be used to clear so much utility, and again, that smoke utility will not be there in those pivotal points. How are these defenders going to play these strategies? Especially, you know, we're going to kids' dorms first, so it may not be as obvious, but what we will see is the castle getting brought, which is presumably we might see a little bit of castle action on double window, but I am curious to see where these other barricades will go, Fraser.
So, I mean, I'm just looking at that right there. Miss Marie on castle. Clearly, she's been demoted from Jaeger. So, unfortunate situation there. On the bright side, she does have that super shorty shotgun, so very powerful. Also with the bulletproof camera, something that I know Fresh absolutely loves. Fresh being the former analyst of teams such as G2, Chaos, and Horus Esports back in those days. He's a very big fan of the bulletproof camera, says it's fucking great. I think he's in Egypt, but you know, it's just me. I think it's fair enough. I think Miss Marie packs a very powerful punch here, despite using a pretty terrible gun. I think the value of the castle is primarily in the gadget and the utility and the shotgun that he provides you. So, I like that pick. You've got me out also on the bandit, trying to essentially trick some of these walls for us as long as possible, deny that Thermite opening up the walls as quickly or as efficiently as previously thought. So I like this. Oh, well, you tried.
It makes sense here for Momoy to be pushing here. Again, we're going to see these drones come out. I'm curious whether that's going to be used. Oh, well, yes, it will be used then for that castle barricade. There we go.
Very nice. Yeah, and again, it's a very nice usage of it. I mean, not only are you losing the castle barricade, but you do take out RC Rotero. It's nice. It's a good trade.
But this aggressive games wall.
Yeah.
And it is
good
aggressive.
God, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that is, you are preparing for a Millwall there. Like, that is just beyond aggressive. That is hooliganism, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like going to Bristol and you just have a wee gander around and there's just graffiti all over the walls and they've got like that anti-climbing paint on it. It's horrible. It's horrible. Hooliganism. Love that word.
Hooligan. It is. It's pure hooliganism. And look, all this utility is getting cleared anyway. They are making use of those Flores drones. The wall being open, we don't care. We're just going to hide for a bit. Destroy utility. What are you going to do?
Yep.
Peekers, I dare you. Both teams are now in this position where, you know, the utility isn't there and it can now be a peak fest. I want to see everyone swinging out on each other right now.
But
I want to see violence, Fraser.
Okay, that's both kind of terrifying and also rather interesting. Something I'd highlight here, Schrob has some smoke grenades in the pocket. That can't get tossed on out. However, she's only got 2 of them. Midnight, I'm hoping she's wearing her in-ears right now, because if she can, she can hear the player sneaking above. It's like Pink Panther, except with some assault rifles there. Midnight takes down 1, will get downed. Confirmed from behind by Kitty. Strob's going in for the plant. It looks like this should stick here, as there is no denial available here. Shishka. No Echo Yokai's available as we was shot out previously. Kitty looking for the potential peek onto the players. You know there's one player outside a big window. He's going to have to try and challenge that. Shishka is going to get shut down from inside a games. The player was on the breach. There. Strob is going to get downed. Clayberry, Lisa. Last player standing right now. One player outside. One player also outside out in the balcony from now. This is a really good angle. Lisa covering the cross there. Superb coordination coming down there. I really like that execution.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was super solid. And again, it's interesting because it was the thing I think was quite most interesting there is yes, they had this very aggressive, and I think I referred to it as hooliganism, but there was the shield from Attic, and what I had assumed was that someone would be actually sat behind that shield at all times because of that angle. But obviously Six didn't peek it really, didn't really bother with it until later in the round when they wanted to go for the execute, and then the players that were by the shield, they were kind of not willing to stand by it because it was going to get Flores out, so which it did. So a little bit of a wobbly bit in that strat, I think, to be honest, because you're allowing your main point of holding that aggressive angle is just so easily taken away by that utility. All of that utility, we saw how easily they just snuffled it up like they were pigs and it was truffles. Like it was just, it almost not instantaneous, but it was very smooth and quick,
I'm also just got to confirm something for people that are watching here and potentially wondering what they're watching. Yes, CCS Women's League is a female competition. I think that's what that means. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that the Women's League is a women's league. Just clarify that. Yeah, who'd have thought it, eh? Just looking at this right now, laundry supply, I like this bomb site, I think it's very fair. I'm not too surprised that we are seeing this being brought out. A lot of utility usage in theory being placed over towards Pillar. I would be expecting that top floor clearance, applying some pressure upstairs, a potential freezer laundry take. As it looks like we are applying some pressure over towards that main green hallway, kitchen hallway, and then the back stairs.
Yeah, again, we're seeing just a little bit of a, I wouldn't say safe, but it's definitely a lot more passive than we've seen them coming through from Delta Project on this site. Rightly so, I guess. Didn't quite catch the setup around blue. Would be curious to see that actually, but they are actually choosing to do a full like kind of, you know, big tower meeting take first. Presumably get those hatches open. Momoy is waiting patiently around, you know, the construction site, so I'm assuming that she'll be the one to push blue, but hopefully not by herself. That would be a little bit worrying. Oh, gorgeous
That's a
C4.
really good C4 there, utilising the fact that she was concussed so she couldn't hear properly. The C4 gets ripped and tossed out. But slightest idea. Shishka. Oh, he's nasty. Love that.
Attackers dropped the
It is a little bit nasty.
Yeah.
A little bit nasty. Those
like
Prox
our
alarms
Maverick.
alerting them to the push through to blue. Moonboy on this very, very tight and aggressive angle.
Oh.
Getting shut down by Miss Marie. SMG 11 to their face. It's, you know, fair enough. The shield stopped there, but it's still a strong setup here.
Who needs a shield when you've got some very scary ladies with guns? Literally, you've got a Valk basically just peeking everything under the sun right now. Cloudberry is going to try and do something here. Midnight takes that one, Cloud takes a second. That's going to equalise up that scoreboard right now. Midnight, could we play in close in this no goal? It is soft, so could potentially get Repad through there. Shadow's going to shut down Midnight. Nutty on the other end of this. Gonna take a lot of damage. Straub will shut her down. That's a 2v2 from now. Going blow for blow right now. It's Straub. 2 smoke grenades in the pocket. Does have the carrier. And Cloudberry going on drone. Figuring out where these players are. What they want to do. Shadow with Darcy Angle there. Holding it on towards that main kill box area. They've got opportunities here, but the timer's ticking away. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Is Marie? Well, she's now down. It's going to be up to Mia and Shadow. Try and figure out what they want to do here. And I'm expecting that Mia should be able to deny the potential run-in through kill box here. It does look like there are some cams providing some red pings to allow them to potentially deny this. First grenade will go out. That's going to blow off the line sight from Frieza. Shadow takes in one. Looking for the second one.
Ooh.
Shuts him down. Clean, calm, and efficient.
Yes, yes, oh yay. Both teams now getting a round each into their pocket. Again, I do think, despite the fact that, you know, the smoke is off the board, that was held really well. It was more like... I think the main thing I'm finding interesting is that, again, this retaliation is sometimes where it's just this aggression that comes out in these massive openings to get these lines of sight. So, you know, then instead of having the shield, you had the opening into pillars as its main point of... a very aggressive defense, to be honest, but I will say the thing that I found quite fun was the smoke going down where it did, because there was obviously a surrogate and the Aruni holding from Frieza still.
Yeah.
So of course you could expect them to not try and run down the corridor from pillars. Of course they're still going to try and come from electrical.
So, I gotta go out on a limb here and say that this match has the potential to go all the way to overtime. And I'm interested to see whether or not that will play out. Whether or not we will get to that stage, I think there's, you know, every possibility of that. But for now, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this could be an overtime map, to be honest. Especially if, you know... I mean, you know, it is only round 3, but both teams having a round in the pocket already on a relatively defender-sided map will be quite interesting.
I like the addition of the Yana being brought out by Momoy. Very powerful operator, not only have the frag grenades, has gone 6, you've also got the gadget, the Gemini replicator. Gonna gather a lot of information, won't get shot down. It's just gonna take a little bit of time to recharge, but in that time, Momoy, just gonna push on up, have a wee look around, we look see around, see potential to get a kill onto anybody if they attempt to challenge this doorway right now. It's only gonna be that main wall opened up, shuts in the bandit on the rotate out, very nice kill. And unfortunately for Shishka, that nobody was actually covering that door. A bit of a misstep, if I'm honest.
It's interesting as well to see the adaptations here, where we are going to see like the Arunis get used instead of the castles, things like that.
Nice.
Again, I think that works better for the kind of prevention of the push more than anything.
Yeah, and again, I mean, what we're seeing right now is opportunities on both sides, both attack and defense. The adaptation game is strong with both of them. As, bless you.
Oh my goodness.
As, nice little claymore, also on the main stairs, something notable there. Marie will get downed. Hasn't been confirmed just yet, it's potential to get, never mind. Momo's gonna shuttle down. Barcode player, or Kenny is gonna shut her down. Straub gonna do a little bit of damage onto the player outside. Inside of Attic, and a 1v4 essential here. It's Mia on a lonesome right now, got the SG11, plays that Attic. Can potentially do something drastic here. I mean, you've got the C4 underneath. Straub is going for the plant. Looks like they are going to attempt to try and deny that from below. Whether or not that will actually work. Unlikely here. Is going to go up, isn't going to do any damage. They know the players underneath, they're going to be aware of this, so they are going to watch the main stairs. White stairs is the main points of contention here. The push is already coming through, and Midnight shuts all down. Mira falls. That's going to be Six Nation HQ with a win of their own. That 2-1.
They need to change that game's wall situation now. They really do. It's just they're clearing it so well and easily because of it. But, you know, I can't... Because obviously this is Six's map pick as well, which is the interesting thing. And, of course, them being on attack and they're doing so well on attack, you can see why it was probably their map pick. This is a map that they certainly feel comfortable and confident on, and they know what they need to do. They know what they want to bring. Again, it is interesting seeing them choose to take the Ayana over the Flores, but I suppose...
Ooh, I want to talk about that, actually, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have seen a tweet from our Lord and Saviour, Rob Walker, who's tweeted this, and I promise it's not a shitpost for once. The Six Nation HQ squad has utilised Flores wonderfully on Oregon so far. This is why I love R6 esports. The players have applications for new operators that I would not consider. I like that message. He's basically pointing out that Six Nation HQ, specifically Momoi, is playing the new operator Flores very, very efficiently, very effectively, and is completely ramping up and changing up the way this game is played out. So I really like that tweet. Again, very nice from Rob Walker. So I would actually be interested to see more tweets coming in from other members of the community if you're interested in doing that. Kind of put a nice little message out about, you know, the matches, some of the players, the teams. I believe there is the hashtag CCSW, but also hashtag CCSW2 specifically for the second season. If you're interested, check that out.
Okay, so we're actually seeing them, you know, secure that game's wall this time. We got some little bandito Dorito charges. We're also seeing mutes. Presumably, you know, you can always... Well, I'm assuming the mutes are more focused around the attic way, and they're going to use the bandits maybe a little bit of a... You know, if the initial bandits go, we can put some others down.
Yeah.
This aggressive pre-fire from Trophy, though, is certainly something to be a little bit concerned about. Well, Momo is going to lose a lot of her health there because of that. But they're not even. How are you letting this happen?
No, come on. You died the same way, Shishka, last round. Don't pick her up. What are you doing? How are you letting her get away with this? Momo's on a triple kill. How?
Kitty gonna get the C4 onto Straub though. Moimoi finally shut down with a little flick of the wrist coming through there from Maya. Maya with the SMG-11 in hand, I believe. Yes. Waiting for these players of Six Nation to make their push into sight. It's getting a little bit risky biscuits now. Trying to think about which utility, which guns to bring. How can we win out this 4v2 situation? Kitty's going to take down Moimoi. Says Moimoi no longer allowed to be on a tear. Maya's going to reposition herself so they can get the nice crossfire. Fraser!
Oh, I can't help myself. I'm just looking at this like, what happened? right now. As Lightberry is going to get shut down whilst attempting to pick up that diffuser. A 2v2 situation. Lisa demolishes Kerry. Mia with a lovely couple of shots. But it's going to be Lisa on top there. I think she just sprinted at her for a second there. Look at that. Taking her down and ultimately running that one out for Six Nation HQ. Delta Project couldn't quite pull it through in the end. Leaving it 3-1 scoreline. Currently on attack for Six Nation. I'm liking this so far.
Do you know what? Like, Momoy is on some of the most insane luck right now with the stuff that she has been getting away with this evening. I might actually have to get her to pick out some lottery numbers at this point. What is going on there? What on earth? Like, I don't, like, oh, it's like no words. I'm so confused. Like, you know they're pushing trophy, and then everyone just kind of just stood and turned their backs to the trophy door.
Yep.
We'll forgive them for it, though. We'll forgive them. They are going to go downstairs back to basement site, the one site that they have won so far. I mean, so far, it's looking like a really strong map for Six Nation.
Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't the first time that we have seen Six Nation playing on this map. We did see them against Coachella, and again, starting out an attack first, they felt confident, they knew what they wanted to do, and I think that the way that they applied themselves in that game is very telling of their mentality as a whole. Looking over towards Delta Project, I think this map so far has had a bit of a lackluster start. That isn't to discredit players of the teams, but it is more as a recognition that maybe it's had a bit of a slower start than they may have liked. But right now, it looks like again, Six Nation, they're going for a nice little take. They're going west to east. They are droning it out. Momoy on drones, providing some support. What I'd like to see right now is just a calm recognition. Let's clear this middle floor. Let's start setting up our flanks, and then get ready to go for an execute onto either of the bomb sites. As I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a Frieza laundry take at this point.
Yeah. And again, I think sometimes that can be the play if you think that the blue defense is just a little bit too risky to contest. But I mean, I think Delta might be expecting it low-key, high-key.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, a lot of utility has been born right now. That thermite charge isn't very subtle. It's like me in a gay bar. It's not subtle. Frag grenades getting tossed on out. They're going to try and clear out some possessions here. Momo's going to get demolished from Ketty inside of dining. Somehow just made her way in there.
Increasing our defenses.
There's two of them up here.
I mean, again...
Shishka just crab walking here. They know that she's there. If Shishka peeks this, she's dead. Just waiting, just vibing. This is actually really smart right now, because even if Shishka doesn't peek this right now, she's forcing them to either A, hold this, or B, drone them out. That's what they've done. They're going to waste some utility, just hold this back. Nice little cross being extended out here by Kerry, so she can now control that hatch. If they want to drop down through Freezer hatch, they need to kill her.
A bomb has been located.
And again, it's getting a little bit risky because time is of the essence now, Fraser.
Yeah. Again, what we're seeing right now, this is really good control coming down from Delta. Recognize where they have the advantage. Kerry's just going ballistic on this one right now. A triple kill for her so far. Schraub's the last player. She's going to get shut down by Shadow. Another convincing round for this basement bomb site, the side of Delta Project.
But, you know, this will be the last defensive round for Delta Project, so they really ideally need to balance this out with a 3-3 split, I reckon. Again, I do think this is a really good map for Six, and I think that in theory they should bring a absolutely disgusting defense to the table, and it's feeling a little bit risky biscuits for Delta. We could end up at map number 3, Fraser.
I would not be surprised in the least if that was to happen here. Kidstorm's going to be brought out. We are seeing the Mozzie by Kitty. Marie playing on the arena. Again, something we spoke about earlier on has been swapping over from the castle to arena. I think that does make sense. My own personal opinions about Marie are, yeah, Yeah, she's gonna take your elo.
She's gonna take your
Yeah.
elo.
Yeah, she's gonna take your lunch money in rank. So,
Attackers need to
P10
locate
Roni
and defuse
doesn't
as
really
many
surprise me
bombs
too
as
much.
they can.
I think this makes a fair bit of sense right now. Shishka swooping over to castle. I'm not too surprised about it. I love Shishka dearly. The amount of times she's gotten shot as Bandit from that main trophy door, I don't want to see that again.
I think that yeah, it's things like that that can be a little bit concerning sometimes though, because it's like positioning is a very important thing, and it's weird because they're not the kind of team where I would expect them to be a bit wonky with the positioning. So that was a little bit of a slippery round for them, but I think it's that over reliance sometimes on utility that you see teams do. It can't be helped. It can't be helped.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I think right now, what... I'm trying to think of the way that I can word this. I'm looking forward to seeing how Delta Project do an attack, because I think we are going to see them coming out potentially with a little bit more energy, which I think is interesting. I mean, we are going to see Midnight down below going to use one of our breaching charges to clear up that floor, get rid of the bandit batteries. Again, our standard application of that. However, it's only going to clear one of them out. So potentially Mia could relocate, pick up one of her bandit batteries, put it back on the wall there. Shadow's going to be contesting the verticality there. As Magnet's still getting tossed out. This is good progress.
Absolutely. And you know, as I say, they really need to get this round in the bag. They need to absolutely hold on to their hats during this, because don't give them the advantage on the attack at all. Do not give them that round advantage going into the defensive half.
Yeah. So again, what we're seeing right now, very nice play coming down for all master bedroom.
A bomb has been
Do you see,
located.
again, both Ash reaching rounds have been applied here, and this is actually really unfortunate because it means they're not going to be able to open up that second wall just yet. Hermit charge will go down. Shishka's going to shut down Momo. That is a good opening kill. That's one of the most influential players so far for the side of Six Nation HQ. Dead. Very nice kill, Shishka.
Do you know what? I love this, like, this trophy wall aggression. I think that's a nice place to put the aggression, though. Over the actual main breach, I think this is my preferred. Yeah, you're gonna open this up and have a bit of a whale of a time with it. Shishka takes down Claude Bree. This is exactly what I mean, Fraser. And again, it's perfect. Yeah, you can use this bookcase here as an extra. It's like a shield that the map just gives you in your hand, in the palm of your hand, like a gift.
Bomb diffuser
A gift from the
has
sky.
been
Shishka once again taking down another player of Six Nation. This is such a stronger place to have that aggression, Fraser. Honestly, I much prefer this over the main breach being open.
Yeah. I mean, Shishka just going to be holding on to the diffuser for now. Last time Shishka gave me a gift, it got me killed in Phantasmophobia. Or Phasmophobia, so I'm not too happy about that. Again, she's just able to hold the carrier here. If they want to pick up that diffuser, they need to pick it up. And, well, Midnight is going to get picked up by herself. Potential ace going down! Shishka, holy fuck! Hello! How are you? Let's get an ace coming in. Having a wee gander about. Takes one, takes two, takes three, takes four, and takes the fifth.
I think that's good though, because again, I think it's good for them to end that on like a 3-3 split, absolutely. But this is the thing, I really want to see what Six do. And well, already Momoi on the mirror, this is gonna get a little bit sweaty. Those mirror windows, I think everyone and their nan knows how frustrating it can be to go against. Obviously, there have been changes where it can get, oh, never mind, disregard that, they're taking Goyo. Caster's curse, every time.
Every day.
Every
Always
time.
happens. You know. It's why as a caster, you need to learn to just say, like, I think that. Rather than, it is that.
Uh-huh.
Because that way I always sound like I'm smart whenever I say something. True story.
Attackers need to locate and defuse
Yeah,
as
so
many
you see
bombs
to
as
split
they
this
can.
right now, 3-3 scoreline. I'm interested to see what Delta Project are going to be pulling out here. I think the Habana is rather interesting here. And again, it's a very good read into the map. Recognizing, okay, the Habana is a little bit more versatile here in comparison to, say, for example, Thermite. Where, looking at this bomb site, you might not necessarily need to open up as many walls. potentially you're going to go more for the hatches here.
Sorry, say that again.
10 seconds.
The hatch is being soft right now. The frontal hatch.
Yeah, but they're
Oh
gonna
no, they're getting
reinforce
it. Yeah, they're getting
Yeah.
very reinforcing
So,
it now. Yeah, I don't think
specifically
they'd
the fact
leave
that.
that.
They are,
I don't think they'd.
expecting a laundry supply
Attackers'
bomb site. They're
objective
going to
is to
reinforce the
locate a bomb and
hatches.
defuse it.
So they're going to bring Habana to open hatches.
Hmm.
Right? Because you can open up more hatches with Habana than you can Ace. You can open up 4.5 hatches with Habana, or you can open up 2 hatches with Thermite.
I mean, it's interesting because usually, well, I think a lot of people, if they're playing it a little bit safe, they will bring double hard breach on this map, but
Yeah.
we haven't really seen that, which is curious. But then you're not even seeing any like secondary hard breach really be brought either.
Yeah.
Which again, I think they just want to be a bit more direct with it, a bit more clean cut, a bit more. I wouldn't even say a bit more one-dimensional because we are seeing.
I think they're just
You know.
wanting to be very direct with it. They know
Yeah,
they're going to
yeah,
open up
yeah.
hatches, so they're going to open up hatches. That's my kind of impression here. Is that they open up hatches, they get kills, they go down through doors.
Hmm.
Do I think that's a mistake? No, because who the fuck am I to say that? I think we're going to wait and see how that works out. But I would expect that this is something that they've already prepared, and this is something that they've already tried out in the past. Nice, very good usage of these RC Roteros. Clear out utility in a very similar way to what we saw from Momoy when they were playing on the Flores. Clearing out some of these Goya Vulcan shields, using these Roteros to the best of their ability to allow the rest of this team to start filtering in. A late round take in towards Blue Bunker. Shadow's gonna shut down Momoy. It's a little bit of damage, but honestly, the kill is there, and that's good. 1 minute 20 left on the clock here. Grace, how is this gonna play out?
Honestly, I have no idea. Again, like as you say, more than half the time is gone. They still need to clear this blue area, so it's looking a little bit risky biscuits for them. All that utility still to clear. They are starting to send in, you know, Zofia utility and also these Flores drones as well. But that Mew Jam is doing a lot of work at preventing any of the other drones from getting through. So the intel is scarce, and the utility is abundant.
Yeah. And again, just Claps is slowly coming in there. Marie takes down one. And what I'm seeing right now, Lisa trying to find a position that she wants to play on. And Marie later and rotate over towards laundry stairs. That lovely plasma pink on the gun and the Siege Champion skin to try and give her some good luck. Now,
Seems like she's going for a long rotate, though, and I don't know if she has the time to do that, Fraser.
I think we're going to have to wait and see for that one. Strong position inside of Frieza here. If they want to try and contest it, they need to push in through kill box. Well, Betty shuts down Shadow. That's one kill. No refrag just yet. Flashbangs go pouring on in. Played Betty. Very aggressive position here on this B-bomb chassis. Trying to catch out Habana. Couldn't quite connect the kill. We're going to see the push coming through. Lisa onto the kill with Mia. Immediately from now. Shrub attempting to do some damage here. Marie's going in for the plant. Someone needs to cover that one. Shishka picks up 2 and a third. And Delta Project are
my
on
goodness.
fire right now.
Oh my goodness gracious me, they just had to hide.
Shishka body blocked that as well.
They-
So even if they shot Shishka, they wouldn't have killed Marie, who's behind her getting the plant down. Shishka literally put her fucking life on the line to get the plant down. Respect that. That's some very frantic typing in the background. So we're looking at this one right now. 4-3 scoreline. I'm looking at that. I think that was just a solid example of the cohesion that we are seeing from Delta Project.
Absolutely, but again, it's this idea that 6 looked so strong. Then it was, you know, Delta. I wouldn't say they were really struggling, but there was definitely a bit of like, oh, okay, we're actually, you know, coming up against a lot of issues here, and we're not able to quite deal with it. And then Shishka just getting a little bit aggressive, just waltzing in, and they just ran into her gun essentially. And you know, I get it if utility has been taken away, so maybe you don't have the C4s in pocket. I'd still rather prefer you hold back and just wait for that, you know, that audio signal almost, that the plant's going down, they've run out of time. All you have to do is swing them now because they absolutely cannot come off that diffuser.
5 seconds left before.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, it's what we're seeing right now is a very calm approach, and although it may look chaotic, you know, to an extent it will be, but I think it's controlled chaos. coming in from Delta Project. Six Nation, on the other hand, I like how
Attackers have dropped
much
the bomb.
slower they are, or I guess quieter they are, compared to, say for example, a younger team, which might be a little bit more kind of, a little bit more aggressive with it. I think this is a really good example of two different game philosophies of how they're playing, and I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Attackers recovered.
I am curious to see if this goes a little bit quicker this time. That's the issue, because again, relatively similar setup though. Still, so they know what they're going up against now. They can adapt to it. They can move a lot quicker, and it looks like they most certainly are. That utility getting sent through there into the blue tunnel. Seems like they've also got rid of some of that mute utility. We're going to see Momoy actually try and get aggressive as a counter to this, but it doesn't quite manage to... Oh, she's trapped! Oh my goodness gracious me! This could end so badly for her, Fraser, and it does! Shadow is going to take her down! Close but no cigar, Momoy. We do love it when you get aggressive, but not like that.
That was actually really intelligent, coming down from DP. Love that. I love DP right now with the way that they're playing. RC Retero is going to push her back. It's going to be Lisa getting kind of put in a corner for now. It's going to be spot out. Marie's going to shut her down. 5v3 situation here. Shishka with the diffuser. Currently on 10 kills. It's Cloudberry. Shuts down Kitty. That's one player gone. Looking over towards that elbow position. Has been reinforced off, and they're not going to be bringing any pressure in through the main hallway. Slowing it down, trying to clear out some of this usage of utility here. Again, RC Retero's working it very well in order to clear out some of these players and push them into lines of fire.
Reloading!
It's got about 50 seconds second away from now. Cloudberry still inside of that north wall. Waiting for the player to push on in. It's going to be Zoff here taking the hit. It's going to get refragged. However, Midnight accidentally team kills onto Cloudberry. Strobe inside of Freezer alongside Midnight here. They need to try and deny any attempted pressure onto the B bomb site. Midnight is going to get spotted out. It's going to rotate across, be able to open up a wall. Mia's going in for the plant. Should be able to confirm this here. It doesn't look like there's any way to directly challenge this one just yet. Marie, oh beautiful. First one goes down. Shishka with second one. 11 kills for Shishka, I believe. Nice little crossfire. Very good recognition of the situation and a good control of the situation as a whole. Really good post plan.
It's awkward because I understand the logic behind quickly, shotgunning out the rotation, but I'm just wondering if the audio then kind of prevented them from really knowing the plant was going down as well. And perhaps maybe we would have seen more of an immediate reaction from the defense then if they did hear it. Mm-hmm. Again, very difficult as they were trapped in freezer at that point in time.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of things to look at here from both sides as to how they want to play this one out. Here, Flores again being brought out. Very powerful operator, and again, going back to the fact that it was banned out in the previous map of Cafe Dostoevsky, I think we're kind of seeing exactly why that was.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the thing is like it was so close and uncomfortably so. I think on the last map, at many different points. But these rounds are being a bit more, I wouldn't say chaotic, but it's definitely moments where I'm like, wow, the other team had all the control there, and then it just kind of fell apart in the last last few seconds. There's so much that could have been done there, or again, I think this is the interesting thing. I was slightly concerned for Delta Project whether or not they'd be able to pull it back a bit more on their attack, but they certainly have been doing so. So that's really good going by them. Again, like 4 rounds in a row now, so 2 more in the bag, and they've taken this best of 3, Fraser.
Yeah. As you like to say quite often, it's risky biscuits.
It's very risky biscuits, indeed. Very
I love
risky.
that, and it's definitely not because of biscuits.
Are you sure about that?
I'm a very food-oriented person. Okay?
You are.
Like, alright. I'm a simple guy, alright? I see food, and I want to work for it. Oh. So we are going to see, again, drone work coming down. I believe that's the Valkyrie of Lisa underneath. As, yeah, it is. She is potentially going to be able to sneaky beaky her way up here, as there isn't a flank drone on these stairs. So, looking over towards this, could potentially take her time pushing up here. C4 in the pocket, potentially catch any players. No, she's going to get spotted out, so she's going to bail out. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly, I mean, well, as I was going to say, it's slightly, you know, slightly patient, but DP losing a player. Shishka, however, is going to just immediately retaliate as soon as I say that. So, 4v4, half the time gone?
Yeah, I mean, Neri for Playberry, that does, to be honest, kind of work better for Six Nation. You do lose your Rooney, but on the bright side, you take down the Nomad, and there's potential for some of these air jams not being placed out already. And Midnight, it's going to shut down Shishka. That's a powerful kill. We've seen what she is capable of doing, especially when she is working to coordinate her girls to the best of their abilities right now. You see potential to rotate up through this white stairs. Lisa, still with the C4 in the pocket, could go for a potential plant denial underneath. So, looks like Utility's going to be burned out to try and clear out the Surya gate. Shadow's going to get shut down by Momoe. A lovely shot with that Vector. The second potential going in. We do see that Valk camp coming in strong there. He's going to shut her down, however. There's going to be wary. That was the angle that Shadow died on. Kitty will fall, leaving it effectively a 1v3 situation. Six Nation have set this up brilliantly so far. Let's see how the last of this round will play out. C4 doesn't connect. The Jaeger is behind that. Well, that little shield. Mia's going to push it up, gets the first kill onto the mute. Looking for the second one. Can't quite connect it just yet. Lisa shuts her down, and Six Nation, round number 9.
Yes, indeed, clawing their way back up where they can. They don't want to say goodbye just yet. Solid defense there, to be honest. Solid defense. And I think it's really interesting seeing the, like, it's almost like watching a roller coaster with the amount of the changes in the energy throughout each round. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's these very patient and like soft parts, and then there's often parts where it's just manic. What on earth is happening? Energy, aggression. It's really interesting to watch, actually.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, it's what I'm liking right now is the adaptations that we're consistently seeing from all of these different teams. Apologies. Kitchen meeting is going to get brought out. I'd like this bomb site. I think it's always quite fun. I'd like to see that main meeting hatch opened up, the lower one, and I'd potentially love to see the echo being used to essentially deny the plant from that hatch. You basically throw the drone underneath the hatch, you fly it up, you jump it up, and buzz the player behind, and then you drop it back down again. On top of that, you also have the ability to use some of these C4s. Strobe and Lisa both have 2 C4s respectively here, so I want to see that playing out.
5 seconds to insertion.
I mean, I do love a good C4 kill. It is one of the more comical things to watch. Like, it just makes me... The ragdolling is just so funny. Yep. Love the use of shield utility that we're going to see come through too. Love the cheeky hog mats being deployed upstairs as well. That might catch a few people off guard, to be honest, if they're not droning and minding their P's and Q's.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of play here that, in theory, should be quite exciting to see play out. Whether it will or not, we're going to have to wait and see. You ever realize how silly it is that we've got sandbags up on top of the roof?
I think it's
literally
because...
up on top of the roof.
I think it's because the map is based on an actual siege that happened where it was like
but how'd
some
you get
cult.
up there? There's no ladders.
You take a ladder with you.
I can't carry a ladder, can you?
Yes. I'm swole, Fraser.
Alright, bad example. Midnight's gonna shut down Marie. That's gonna be a good opening kill. Kitty, however, is gonna shut down Cledberry. That's the one my dead. Those replenishing magnets no longer gonna be able to get tossed on out. We're gonna see Mia pushing in through master bedroom, pushing across over towards Trophy. These default cameras to get taken out to stop the information game that Six Nation may have. There's a player on top of White, and it does look like they are being pinged out. They know that they're there. Shishka's gonna push it. Mir gets down in a frost trap. Midnight's gonna shut her down. No, Shishka, you knew the ping were there. What are you doing? It's gonna be Kerry and Shadow to try and clean this one up here. Kerry taking a lot of damage here. Shadow, be playing close beside. C4 is gonna get tossed out as well. A frag grenade. Midnight. Pushing up, danger close here. Lisa shoots down Kerry. Last player standing is going to be Shadow, a 1v4. We've seen players pull this one back in the past. First, needs to get the first one. Can't quite connect it. Lisa shuts her down. Six Nation, 5-5.
Yeah, Six, again, once again, getting another round in the bag, crawling back slowly but surely. Even Stevens, we might actually go to overtime, to be honest, Fraser.
Yeah. Again, I would not be surprised.
I mean, like, at all, I just would not be surprised, genuinely.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it right now, if Six Nation HQ were to win this map out, that's going to put us to a third decider map of Clubhouse.
Which, again, is another standard by the book map that everyone knows how to attack or defend, so it's almost, you know, certainly going to be another relatively equal standard map. Both these teams would have scrimmed it till the cows come home, so that's going to be a barn burner, to be honest. I've said the words, I'm sorry.
Barn burner, you love to see it. It's a well-known saying as a caster. Every caster said it at some point or another. Everyone said it. It's a barn burner. I think I got that from Ace of Pyrite.
I think it's just like a thing that's gone on for a while now.
It's one of those that casters use to describe a bloody good game. Which is basically every game. Because you don't want to get fired by saying, hey, this is not a good game.
Attackers
Right?
are moving out to
I
locate
do.
a bomb and defuse it.
Every game is a good game. And this game is an especially good game.
I mean, it really is, because again,
Yeah.
like, I wasn't sure how it was going to go going into it, but both these teams' attacks have been really solid and strong, to be honest. And
Yeah, I'd 100% agree with that.
often you find that people's defenses tend to be stronger than their attacks, so it's always just super pleasant. But I've noticed this a lot throughout this tournament with most teams, to be honest. Their attacks have been so much clear-cut and stronger than some of the defenses we've seen. I'm not sure why that is either. Like, that's the thing. I cannot determine why that is, but I'm here for it completely. It's always really impressive to see a solid attack. Seldom see a solid attack.
And again, we are seeing this blue bunker take slowly occurring here, spending a lot of utility to try and clear his position out. Strobe inside of elbow. Terror drone is going to clear out a lot of the utility here. Those two Jaeger ADSs are still going to remain intact, but the shield is gone. What that means is, well, Shishka is going to be able to start droning out a little bit more. They droned out Pillar. They know it's roughly clear. There's a player inside of the hallway. This is good. This is progress that Shadow can ultimately take in a minute here if they want to try and apply some pressure here.
A bomb has been located.
Hatches getting opened. Lines of sights can start to be held. The approach towards these sites can start to come through, and this execute should go down within the next 1 minute or so. Again, it's interesting because I think that when I expect them to not be as slow and steady wins the race, it's aggressive. When I expect it to be aggressive, it's slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah. And I think right now, it's really going to come down to who gets the opening kill. How are they going to start applying themselves here? How much utility is going to be left over for Six Nations when you deny the plant coming down? That will most definitely happen here. Kerry is going to get 2 C4 kills, or 2 grenade kills even. Apologies about that one. Oh, that's beautiful. The plant's going down by Mia. It's going to call off it from now. Momoy takes down 2. Mia gets her. Lisa gets another. Miss Marie shuts her down. Delta Project now going to be on match point and series point, I believe, after that round. 2 grenade kills. The side of Kitty.
Kitty cooks grenades like Gordon Ramsay cooks lambs. Like, it's... I don't
That's
know.
the last thing I expected to hear from a vegan.
I was gonna say... The vegan police are gonna come for me now. They're gonna take away my vegan powers.
Your vegan license.
I know. I was trying to find like cooking, and I just went to Gordon Ramsay, and I was like, "Where's the lamb sauce?" So that's
I just
the
think
first
of
thing.
I just think of Gordon Ramsay like slamming like someone's face in with like a pair of 2 slices of bread and going, "What are you? An idiot sandwich?" Yeah.
An idiot sandwich. Yeah.
It's basically being unranked.
What, an idiot sandwich?
Yeah.
As we're on match point, this is usually the part where we see these teams go excessively cautious. Actually, no, I'm not going to say excessively cautious. I beg your pardon. Because it's a good amount of caution, and rightly so, you should be cautious when you're on match point. Delta Project want to secure this. They don't want to play anymore. They just want their win. They want to, get their win, get on ranked. Six Nation, they want to get this round in the bag so they can force it to overtime and still be in a chance of pulling through and winning this and taking it to map number 3. So we are going to see... I'm not expecting the old razzle-dazzle right now, Fraser. I am expecting very strong anchoring to happen from this defense, and I'm expecting very clear-cut, precise attacking procedures to come down and a very clean and direct setup. So
I'm looking at my my notes right now, Chris, and I have a direct quote here from Mia, and it is a direct quote saying, "I just want to win already." Not meaning a match, not meaning any individual match, meaning CCSW as a whole.
Oh.
Saying she just wants to win already. What's that over and done with? She's already confident that they're gonna win. And I love that confidence from Mia.
Yeah, I respect it.
Yeah, look at that. Lovely kill. See, Kitty wants to win as well. She's gotta shut down Midnight. Lovely little kill going down. Good opening kill. That's gonna put them in the driver's seat. This match point round, the series point round, where, well, they've already taken down the C4 that was previously underneath, and then they need to look at the second one from Lisa. Interested to see how this execute is going to progress, whether or not it will be applied directly over towards Trophy and Master. Momoy is going to get a kill on to Shadow. We do see a couple of trades going back and forth. Then Mia finally shutting hard down. 3v3 situation here. Grace, I'm going to pass over to you for this one here. How is this going to play out?
Yeah, I have no idea, and again, I was just going to say about how much Momoy has absolutely showed up this evening, just being aggressive and snuffling up those kills like they are trifles at a picnic. It is really good to see. And again, here we come, the drone work coming through. Patience is a virtue, and both these teams certainly have it right now. A 3v3 situation on match point, of course, you don't want to be making any mistakes. Time is of the essence, but you don't want to be slipping up and moving too soon, just in case you just walk into a trap, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now what we've just seen is the utility usage being used to burn out. And a couple of shots up towards that bulletproof camera. You need to shoot it from the side in order to try and clear that out there. But regardless, for now, the information that they will gather from that is going to be invaluable. As 50 seconds will take away from now. Mia's already opened up this main breach inside of games. Kitty is going to rotate across over towards White. Potential to jump in through that main bathroom window. Lisa is aware somebody down below. You potentially need to use your C4 underneath here. And I think that's where Kitty could potentially play in as a major factor for now. Hitting a player, put by White Stairs, spots him out, going for the kill, we'll shut them down. Good kill. It's the C4 gone, that's going to allow Mia to push straight on through, get the plant down, and start taking it from there. Cloudberry, second player up to the plant. He's going to be able to do a lot of damage. Kitty will now get down. Mia will confirm the plant. Cloudberry takes a lot of damage as Straub also pushing on through. Cloudberry will confirm the one. Straub will get another onto Nia. 2v1. Miss Marie, the newest player side of Delta Project, gotta be stepping up here, gets the first kill, looking for the second one. She gets it! Delta Project match point, series point, winning it out for their team. Miss Marie on top. That's Delta Project with their first official